Hi everyone, this is Prashad Parthiban. Today I am going to explain the differences between self-insured retention versus deductible. Pretty much both concept is kind of same, where if a customer is having insurance policy, the insurance company wants to make sure they retain some portion of the loss so that they are having some kind of accountability for the loss. As a result, there could be some premium discounts, right? So even self-insured retention is also going to make sure that the customer is going to pay upfront payment before the insurance company covers the loss. Even with the deductible, if there is a loss, the insured has to pay a certain flat amount based on the policy limits. Now, you may have a very valid question, what kind of differences both have, right? If it's the same, why do we need to have two terminologies? So, we are going to list few basic differences. To start with, the first difference is who is responsible, right? So, in case of self-insured retention, if you have a loss and if your policy says that you have a self-insured retention of say like 100k, the entire 100k have to be paid by the customer, even including defense cost or working with any attorney. The insurance company will never come into picture, right? Only after that self-insured retention amount is exhausted, the insurance company will play a role in settling the claim. Whereas deductible, from the point a claim is created, the insurance company will take over the claim and make the payment or settlement on the claim. It includes defense cost or any payment to the attorney, and then it will get reimbursement from the customer for whatever the deductible amount it is. Say example, if the policy limit is 100k and if the loss is 35k and the deductible is $10,000, a 35k claim payment will be made by the insurance company to the insured, and then the insurance company will get that reimbursement from the customer on the deductible amount. So the point here is, in case of self-insured retention, insured is responsible until the SIR is satisfied, whereas in deductible it's insurance company which is responsible, and they will make sure that they get the reimbursement from the customer after making the claim payment. Now the second difference is defense cost, right? As I told you, when it comes to self-insured retention, until that amount is satisfied, everything is owned by the customer, including defense cost. Defense cost is like if there is a lawsuit, the insurance company or customer have to represent or have somebody represent them to attend this lawsuit, right? Defend them. Whereas in deductible, the defense cost also will be taken care by the insurance company. All that they have to do is collect that flat deductible amount. Everything else will be owned by the insurance company. So because of the fact the insurance company is going to come into picture only after the self-retention amount, there will not be any collateral requirements. For those who are new to this concept, collateral, in case say we have a deductible policy, high deductible policy, like which is say 1 million deductible, if the customer cannot make that 1 million deductible payment, the customer insurance company will have some kind of collateral, basically a kind of advance payment from the insured. They can use that amount to make a claim payment if the insured doesn't have the deductible amount. Whereas in case of SIR, as I told you, the insurance company will never come into picture until SIR is satisfied. There is no collateral concept here. Whereas deductible, as I just told you, there will be a collateral requirement. If you have a high deductible policy, maybe your deductible is 2 million or 3 million, you need to have some collateral amount upfront to the insurance company. And if you fail to make the deductible payment during the claim process, the insurance company will pull the money from the collateral account. The next one is policy limit. As I told you, the SIR is going to play the role before even the insurance company comes into picture. So there is no impact to policy limit. Whereas in deductible, if you have a limit of 500k and if the loss is say like 300, the deductible is going to be certain subset of the limit. Meaning, if your limit is 500, as I told you, if you are paying a deductible of 100k, the insurance company will pay only remaining 400k. The point here is the overall policy limit includes the deductible, whereas in self-insured retention it's not. Finally, as I told you, certificate of insurance, because certificate of insurance is a concept where you as a customer, you have to show them to the end user. Say if you are a contractor, if you are doing something, you need to show certificate of insurance saying that you have required insurance. So in case of deductible, because of the fact that the insurance company takes care of the entire process, there are less complexity. All that it will say is this is the overall limit. Whereas in certificate of insurance, because until the SIR is satisfied, self-insured retention, the insurance company will not even come into the picture. So there is additional complexity to reflect that SIR in the certificate of insurance, whereas that is not the case with deductible. Pretty much these are some of the high level differences. In short, both plays the same role. It makes sure that the customer has some kind of responsibility before insurance companies start contributing to the claim payment, but there are some minor differences as I will listed below. Once again, thank you so much for your continuous support. Have a great day. Bye bye.